almost every guitar teacher in the world is going to have you go one finger per fret and go 1, 2. Sometimes this is called the chromatic scale, but it's not actually truly the chromatic scale. But you'll see people do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. At my school, we definitely recommend that students do that type of warm-up every single time they practice. However, I think that it's good to do all of the variations of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 24 different permutations of those. To find information on the finger independence practice table in Pickles, there are 2 places that you can go. One is within the library. You can find the speed assessments area, and there's a whole finger independence practice table speed assessment. So you can learn this the way it's written, and you can track your beats per minute. We also go into all the permutations of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So not only are you tracking your speed with one of them, but you can track your speed with all of them. And this is really important because you want to be able to compare your fastest patterns with your slowest patterns. The differences between those patterns actually tells us something about where your technique is breaking down. Typically, to optimize it the best, you should actually work on your slowest patterns first. So the idea is you would go through and you would practice with each of these and learn them, and then once you've tracked your speeds for all of them, then you can start working on your slowest patterns from there. By working on your slowest patterns first, you're always working on ones that are relevant for you. So that's a really important point. And a lot of times when students are practicing, they tend to gravitate towards the things that they're best at. And that's not usually the best use of your time. Usually you want to practice things that you are not the best at, because those are going to be the areas where you're able to grow the most. So that's one of the main points behind speed tracking, is that it allows us to know not just what you're the fastest at, but also what areas are you struggling with. So if you're interested in tracking your finger independence practice, this is the way that I would recommend that you do that. But also, inside the exercise library, we've got this warm-up exercises area, and I'll actually probably put this video in here, so we're getting a little bit recursive. But here I just have an explanation of how to do this exercise, and I've listed out all the variations in those. So if you're wanting to just do this yourself and you're not concerned about tracking your speeds or anything like that, just go to this page and choose a pattern from here and get started. So now I will get into explaining how to actually do the exercise. The way that you should do this is choose a pattern. I'm going to choose 2, 1, 3, 4. I just chose that at random. And you want to start in first position. And then I'm going to play 2, 1, 3, 4. And then once I make it to string number 1, I actually go up 1 position. And play down. Then I go up 1 position. 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4. Each time you reach string number 6 or string number 1, you go up 1 position. And then continue the pattern. 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. It's important to actually go up and play every single fret on your guitar. And this is a brand new guitar for me. Pretty cramped. So there we go. So that's all the way up. The idea there is that you have played from fret 1 until you've ran out of frets, and then you can do a descending version of that as well, should you choose to. But it's really important to, when you're warming up, play every single fret on your guitar. Especially because students tend to avoid playing up here, and every single guitar is going to have different upper fret access. Like this is a very old school boxy type guitar, so I'm going to have to learn a bit of new muscle memory to be able to play up here, and that's something that I haven't developed yet with this guitar because I just got it this week. So it's going to be some kind of relearning how to fret in this position on this instrument, and that's just part of typical warm-up, is that you should be playing every single fret on the guitar. And the finger independence practice table routine exercise is a really straightforward one to do that with.